don't know what that means. Anyway, don't know if anybody gonna come chill with me, but I'm chilling at the Golden Corral. Going. Oh shoot! What the hell? Oh, okay, there we go. I'm at the Golden. Honestly, I have not been on this channel in over a year, probably. It's been a year. I'm tired. Uh, this year has been kind of crazy, you know. Um, Honestly, I just don't know. I don't know what to say. I think so much has been going on in the world, and I hope I can get some people in here with me to talk with me and stuff. So I'm just chilling. Hey, it's a big boy truck next to me right there. Power stroke. Okay. Can he not give? Can Please don't give me a stroke. Power stroke. All right. Yeah. So power. My bad. Why am I putting random people on camera? They don't want to be on camera. Oh my gosh! I busted my lip. Crazy work. So anyway, I hope everybody's been good. I know I ain't really got like anybody in here right now, so I'm I'm just really here chilling. Think I'm probably gonna end up doing some DoorDash and a few. But really, life has been kind of rough. It's been kind of wicked, and I haven't really been having the fever for the flavor to to make any videos. I hardly dance anymore. I mean, that's not to say I don't listen to music. I listen to plenty of music. I just don't, um, you know, I just don't do that other stuff anymore. I let go of a lot of things. My biggest focus is getting into a place. Hello, person. Hi. Welcome in. So, oh, good gracious. Y'all, I don't want to put nobody in my video. I am literally in a public parking place. I'm literally in a public place yelling at people. Anyway, hi. Hello, person. I haven't done this in a while, so if you start like texting and stuff, oh hi, oh my gosh, hey, I remember you, Galambino, good to see you, man. I haven't been on here in forever. I know you know, but I know you haven't been seeing me. I have been through a lot. Yes, it has been ages. It really has. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you. Like I look back at some of my videos and I'm like, man, you supported me through all of that, and I appreciate you. That was such a crazy time in my life, though, honestly, and you just have no idea. So much has been happening. So much has gone on. Hello, person number two. I got my guy. I got my person, Galambino, up in here. Hello, Ivana. You know what? You know what? I'm bad with names. Forgive me. I'm bad with names, so please forgive me. Oh, geez. Oh, wow. We got 26 people. What's good, everybody? Hello. How are y'all doing? Yes. If you have been on my channel before, welcome back. I haven't been on here forever. Life has been lifing. Okay. And I'm tired. I'm sitting up here in the Golden Corral parking lot, wasting gas. I'll say hi to my shark. I got my shark bud with me. You know what I'm saying? Me and my shark bud, we be driving around and stuff. We be chilling. Oh, so yeah, Galambino, geez, where didn't I go? I done been through so many jobs. Currently going through a life situation, trying to find somewhere to live, outside of family. It's just been a lot. It's been a lot. I'm drained. you know? Um, Honestly, like I said, I haven't had time to even do anything with this YouTube channel. I really haven't. I thought about it like a long time ago. I might try to get on doing like some gaming stuff, and then that fell through. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, hey, I just figured to come on here. I was bored, and yes, that's. I honestly might make a video about like kind of giving like some context of everything that's happened. I might. I don't want to really be like depressing, so you know. Tough time for you to monitor. You could not have. Yeah, it was. It was a tough time. It was. It was rough. It was rough. It's still rough, actually. A lot has happened. Don't know if you remember, but I got two kids, so that has not been easy. And pretty much, I'm almost technically like a single parent, so that goes together. But anyway, yeah, it's tough for everyone out here. And honestly, I just wanted to come on here and kind of vibe a little bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanted to vibe a little bit, kind of get something rolling. It's about to be nightlife. I live in Florida, and it's cold. No wonder, no, like, gotta figure, like, what's going on. I'm just kidding. I live in northern Florida, though, so anything that Georgia is doing, we kind of get like a little bit of that. So if it's like 30 degrees there, it's gonna be 30 degrees where I'm at. So it kind of sucks, but it's whatever. I just hope everybody can stay warm and kind of chill. Not chill in that way, but you get what I'm saying. Um, but it's tough. It's tough out here. You're very lovely, positive person. Oh, thank you, Vienna. Vienna 6. Oh, I like that name, like Vienna sausages. Yeah. So from now on, while you hear, I'm gonna call you Vienna sausage. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Can I be a mod? Can I call you a mod? No, I'm just playing. No, a mod. What exactly does that mean? Can you be? You can be whatever you want to be, Brandon. It's 2026, baby. Where I live, we getting buried under snow. Woo! Oh, man. Yeah, no, I can't do snow. I can't do snow. I'm a Floridian by heart, by trade. We got snow last year. I live in the Panhandle, and we got snow last year. I made a little snowman. It was cute, But like, yeah, had snow for 3 days, and I was done. I was fed up. No, I do not need to live where there's snow. Sorry. And my driving skills are good for where I'm at. I can imagine trying to get the slipping and sliding and gliding up north. I'm good. I'm good. It's funny. I was born in Philadelphia, but I don't know nothing about the northern side of the U.S., so they got all that. Sure, a potato will work. Yes. Okay, Vienna potato. So now you're going to have to change your name to Vienna potato. That sounds very elegant, Vienna potato. That's what's up. The cards promote me. Promote you, mod. I don't know what that means. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a dodo, but promote me, mod. You know what? Oh, hold on. Let me see. Maybe I could figure some stuff out. You know what? How about I figure that out next time? It's been a while, Brandon. It's been a while that I've been on here, so I'm kind of a dodo and got to get my bearings back. Galambino can tell you I ain't been on here in over a year, so I don't really even know what I'm doing for real. I'm just talking. The cars cannot drive out of houses and cold is hitting too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And people make jokes about Florida drivers, and so I would say none of us Floridians need to go where there's snow. I would just say that. Where I am, there's car crashes out the wazoo almost every day. There's an ambulance or something flying this way or that way. So, yeah, nah. These folks need to stay put. Definitely. Going to give it some because I love your vibe. Oh, thank you. Man, I appreciate it. Hey, look at that. I'm getting some subs. Hey, that's what's up. This message is held for review. That is totally fine. I don't know what this... Nice lips. Yes, we're not going to be talking about my lips. Yes, thank you. Thank you, moderator. I appreciate that. We got some people up in here that's a little risque. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. I already know this is YouTube, though, so I got to expect anything. But no, I just wanted to talk about the climate. Not just the weather, but, life in general. The cost of living is getting way too high. And, I'm just kind of really trying to think of what my next move's going to be. As I want to get my CDL, but I don't know. Currently, I work for Amazon. Yay me, We'll see how long that lasts. Because Amazon is kind of like the Walmart version of, delivery services. And I couldn't stand Walmart, so very expensive. Yes, it is very expensive to live. It is. It very much is. And I think, I mean, I don't I don't shame anybody. I don't know what people do for their money and everything, and I'll never judge anyone. But I feel like a lot of jobs today just aren't worth it. It doesn't matter how many hours you put in. The cost of living so high, food is so high. I mean, even if you're doing a full 40 hours, you're struggling. And it's sad. It's sad because so many folks have families and they can't even take care of their families right now. It's just rough. It's just rough. It's rough. And like I said, I mean, with everything I've been going through, this channel kind of just, yeah, I'm just looking at the fact that, like, if I stayed active and, consistent, maybe I'd be somewhere by now. But hey, I'm going to start to work in Norway for a second time. Oh, Norway. Okay. All right, big traveler. I don't know if you travel a lot, if that's something, but yeah, the channel did die. It died. It died with my hopes and dreams. I'm just kidding. But no, honestly, like, it died. And that was my fault. I went to, what was it? Was it Furry Week in Atlanta? I went to Furry Week in Atlanta 2024, I think. Dang, what year are we in? Was it 2024, 25? Yeah, 2024. 2024, I went to a convention. That was my last convention I went to. And I wasn't sure if that was going to be my last convention or not. But I just made a decision that, like, hey, the stuff that I was into, I just got to kind of switch some things right now. Because honestly, I'm just not interested in it. I'm not interested in a lot outside of just getting financially stable. It's hard to do that when you're going places and doing vacations, and it's just not practical for me right now. So honestly, like I said, I had to make some changes, and now I'm just trying to think of if I want to continue this channel in the way it was going, which I doubt it. I feel like I want to do something different. That's why I'm on here now. Maybe kind of give some updates, and yeah. Yes, exactly. Priorities, big priorities. Have to prioritize better. If that's anything my mom keeps telling me, like, that's what I'm trying to do. It's hard, man. It's hard. And how's everybody else doing though? Like, outside of, like, doing new jobs and everything. Like, what kind of aspirations do y'all have? I am patient enough to wait long enough. That's Yeah, we gotta have patience. That's the main thing. Same 2025 was rough. Yeah, I feel like since COVID, things have just been terrible. I mean, that's kind of the climate of life. That's kind of the way things are supposed to be, according to my beliefs and everything that I have. I mean, life is just gonna get tougher. But honestly, I didn't know that I'm trying to build up my fortitude for it, though. That's the thing. Like, I know I'm strong mentally sometimes, but honestly, the way that I go about things, I sometimes feel like I'm caving. Like, I just feel like I just want to cry. And I'm like, man, I am too grown for this. I cannot be in my truck driving down the road, door dashing and freaking crying my eyes out. But, like, it gets tough sometimes. It really does. And I mean, I just love the judgments of people. But, oh, geez, hold on. Brother died. He opted out September and got married. Oh, wow. I am so sorry about that, Vienna. I know that has to be tough. Like, man, I'm so sorry. That's why I try to humble myself, for real, because everyone's going through something. I might think I got it bad, but, like, these last few years for everyone, I think, has been a journey. And I hope that everything is getting a little bit better, and that's good. Yes, you got to stay positive. You got to stay positive. That's something I got to tell myself constantly. Because sometimes I get a little, that mind gets to rolling, because my mind's always rolling. And it's hard to be positive. Sorry that I'm fidgeting so much. I've been in the vehicle all day. Like I said, I work for Amazon, so I'm constantly driving, and sitting like this is just so uncomfortable sometimes. But honestly, I love it. I got to spend some quality time with him. That's good. That's good. That's really good. And yeah, we got to definitely do that with our families more often. Don't let work and all of this take up most of our time. It's priorities, like we were saying earlier, but they always say family comes first. And we can't forget about the people that's important to us. And, sometimes checking on them every now and then, that is also a priority. Life always be hard and only going to keep getting harder. All we can do is try to push forwards. True, true, true. Very true. I'm at peace. That's good. That's good. That's really good. Peace is important. That's what I'm after. That's why I have left so many jobs. That's why I'm out here still trying to figure things out. I want to go where the peace is at. And I think that's wherever your heart is. And my heart, honestly, sometimes I get attached to some things and that's where it is. But I do believe that once you find your niche, it helps. Yes, and look out for each other. Yeah, we gotta look out. We definitely do. Like all of this hatred that this world likes to put out on us, try to tell us who to like and who not to like and everything. Listen, I'm a firm believer in Jesus, all right? Like I have a faith that tells me to love everyone, and I do. I love people. I'm big on people. I don't like the negative people, obviously. They don't like me either, and that's fine. But, I know everyone's going to do stuff. So even people that are having a hard time, I'll try to hear their story. Because maybe, just maybe, they're going through something so tough that they unfortunately take it out on others. And that's really what I find happens a lot. I've had a couple heart-to-hearts with people over the years that were always seen as wet sandwiches to people. And then you get to hear their story, and it's like it makes sense why they act like that. But one thing we have to do as we get older, stop taking out our problems on others, especially when they have nothing to do with it. World been sinking in hatred since humanity started. It sure has. It sure has. From classicism, racism, this schism, all these schisms, it's not necessary, We all bleed. And it's, hopefully it's red. I mean, I've heard, blood is blue. And look, I'm not even going to get into that. We got conspiracy theories or whatever, but we all, at the end of the day, can learn how to love one another when we put ourselves in each other's shoes. And that's harder for some people, but I mean, I just always have been taught to just treat people as you want to be treated. Do unto others as you want done to you. So if I don't want no one being mean to me, I'm not going to be mean to them. That's just how it goes for me. That's how it goes. So, and it's, have you heard the desiderata? No. What's a sorry, oh my gosh, I feel so dodo-ish. What is a desiderata? Am I saying that right? Or desiderati? No, I'm just kidding. Desiderata? Yeah, I've never heard of that. Never heard of it. Is it like is it like a show? Because, I mean, trust me, if it's a TV show, I'm definitely not going to know. I promise you, I'm definitely not going to know. I don't watch TV. I watch YouTube. It's a poem. Oh, okay. I feel bad now because I should be poetic. I love poems growing up, but I don't know that one, actually. I don't. I'll have to look it up, though. After this live, I'll definitely look into it because I like to read from time to time, and finding anything that gives me inspiration would be cool. Yeah, definitely. Man, it's funny. I feel like I'm just wasting gas sitting here at the Golden Corral, but I just don't know. Like I said, I'm tired and just thinking to take a little break. So I'm probably going DoorDash for the rest of the night. There's a version on YouTube. Okay. I will look on here once I get off this live. I'll check it out. Check it out for sure. And I think people need inspiration, People need inspiration in all kinds of ways. And, creativity has always been looked down upon. I think the generations before us, I'm not sure how old you guys are, but I know like the boomers and all of that, they were in the industrial age. So everything was basically work your bottoms off, try to make a pretty penny, and, save up enough to buy a house and to basically have trust funds for your kids and, set them up for life and everything. And it's interesting because I think, like, when the thought of creativity came in, a lot of people started to, they started to kind of, I'm trying to think of the word, but it was like this push and pull. It was like their kids were wanting to do creative things, but them as parents having the knowledge of this world were like, no, that's not going to pay. That ain't going to pay nothing. But, like, we got to think, some of us spend more time at our jobs than we do even having time for ourselves to think, and so we can be outside of that depressing box of a 9 to 5 every day. Creativity been greatest weapon of humanity. If there's something that does not exist in nature, we simply invent it. True. That's true. That's true too. I'm not gonna say that all creativity is good, because I know some people do some crazy weird things out here, but I'm just a firm believer that more people would be happier if they could embrace things that makes them feel like in tune with who they are and not with what the world sees in them or what's to be expected. Because one thing that my mother and I clash with is that she sees things from her point of view of, you got to go to college, get a degree, you got to set yourself up for life. I see things as in, I don't want to work a 9 to 5 job that's a dead end street that has nothing to offer me than taking me away from home constantly, giving me the hardest task that wears you out, where you don't even have time for anybody else and hardly even yourself. And then worse, that in some cases you might leave and not even have a reputable, like, you might not even have a 401k that's worth retiring with. Realistically, with everything that's going on, I have a bad feeling that my generation may not even have Social Security to look forward to. So I think, personally, I would rather live this life being grateful for living and being able to do the things I love to do and not just doing the things I'm supposed to do. Follow your bliss. Yes, Ro Banks. Hi, welcome in. How are you? Yes, follow your bliss. I agree with that. I recognize what you say about generations putting brakes on creativity. I've worked and supported my partner in building his art career. That is a wonderful thing, Vienna. Honestly, that is, and you know what? He's gonna love you for that. He, she. Sorry, no, don't mean to put any, don't mean to do that, but your partner is going to love you for that, because at the end of the day, when you pay into them, or better yet, it's not even pay, like, no money involved really. It's just supporting. Of course, investing is great, but just to support somebody in their dream, like, that's so hard to find, because everyone's always looking for a come up in a way and just looking at statistics. But realistically, though, dreams do come true, and teamwork makes the dream work. you know that's why I kind of just wish people would look at it from a standpoint that, like, the more people that collectively come together with each other and have each other's back, you can build an empire. You don't have to do the blueprint of the world. The world tells us how to go and which ways to turn, but we're not all cut from the same cloth. Some of us were meant to be different, and that's just how I see it. And honestly, like I said, my mother and I, we clash on that, and that's been a big thing. And me living with her makes it a lot harder, because while she's thinking logical, I'm thinking, hey, look, that's not going to work for me in the long haul. Yes, we all different. Yes. And that's why I tell her, like, I might be her daughter, but I'm not her. We're not the same person. And I see things differently. I believe that they say the world's our oyster, and we just got to go for it. Watching him go from broken drunk to successful whole person and talented artist, it's amazing. Yes, that is progress. And I heard the other day somebody said, slow progress is still progress. No matter how slow it is, no matter how long it takes, it is still progress. I'm going to take these off now because the glare is killing me. But anyway, that is a wonderful, like, and that right there is such a blessing, because for him to go from such a time in his life where he probably couldn't see the creative juices flowing to now he's the person he is, and you fed into that energy. It's a beautiful, beautiful transition. And that's something that I'm after for myself, honestly. Like I'm after that for myself. Real talk. Like I've been thinking every day, like what can I do outside of trying to get my CDL? Because I'm hearing that the trucking industry is kind of going through some things right now, and I don't know if I should go into that field yet. I maybe need to reconsider, but anything that gives me joy is what I'm after. I mean, honestly, bills don't stop. So what's the point? I mean, why not find something you like to do to pay them? Because they're going to keep coming. It gives me so much joy. Yes, yes. As it should, as it should. And y'all can share that joy together, and that's what makes it meaningful. Hard work, determination with a help truly can bring people to their greatest heights. Exactly. What is my passion? Honestly, my passion, I have to say, is being goofy, if that makes sense. I actually want to have a full blown YouTube channel that's active and that has good content. Um, and I mean, of course, even if that's just doing stuff while I'm doing something else a little more lucrative, that's what I'm after. Since 2006, when YouTube first dropped, I was like, oh, I like this. I want to do this. But for some dumb reason, as a kid, I didn't invest in it. And I just watched all these people start to take off, like PewDiePie. Back then it was PewDiePie, and I think it was Markiplier. I think that's how you say his name. I'm not sure. And then we had Vanos Gaming and all those channels coming out and making big money doing this. And I always said, hey, I want to be a YouTuber. But, um, I didn't really start doing anything. Galabino, he can tell you that I didn't start really doing stuff until 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And that lasted for a bit. You can't see the videos because I just went ahead and just kind of put them on private because I just wanted to reevaluate my channel. So a lot of those videos I actually have them blocked, but some of them they might still be on there for people to look at. I'm not sure. I haven't, like I said, I have not been on this thing for over a year, so I don't know. But I just I really want to think of like, yeah, you still remember? Yes, 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 yes. I watch my videos every now and then, and I'm like, dang, when suddenly Boom Channel dies. I feel so bad because I had high hopes too. That's the thing. I had high hopes. I said I'm gonna do some more content, and then I didn't. Me wondering where the person go. Part of it too. This is like my third phone since like a year ago. Like I have an issue with phones. Me and phones don't get along. It's like for some reason I'll have a phone for like a month and then I'll crack the screen to God's ugly heaven. And yeah, it just doesn't go well. Like so I gave up. I gave up. I moved a lot too. I went through a divorce. Pause on that one. We're not going to talk about that. But anyway, yeah, a lot took place. So yeah, kind of the channel kind of had to die. But I'm back. I'm back. Hey, listen, can't be bad if even after that you have a loyal follower. I know. No, honestly, Galabino is like the person. Is like the one person that every video I dropped, they were there. And I'll never forget them. As soon as I saw their name popped up, I was like, there they go. I was so happy. Because honestly, to have a loyal follower it really means a lot to me. And I know that I can do this. So I actually was talking to my partner not long ago. Hi, Patrick. Hello. How are you? I was talking to my partner not long ago about really looking into my channel again and seeing what kind of content I could start putting out again. Because this is actually what I want to do. Like I want to do this full time, Um, and I mean, I know I need to pour into it to make something of it. Because I started getting subscribers when I was doing my thing. And then life just kind of said, and so I just gave it up. But yeah, that is just me being me. Yes, and I love that about you. Honestly, I love that. Because with someone like you by my side through this, I know that I can get far. That's what I need. I really just, right now, I'm looking for supporters because it's been tough out here, kind of almost basically going through the trials and tribulations of life alone. People are there, but they can't understand. Oh, Gallavina, we all need a you. Yes, no, for real. Honestly, like if more people had somebody like this individual, I'm telling you, you'll feel like you can touch the sky. Like you can just do anything in life. Honestly, if there would be more of me, I would share myself. You know what? They do have clones out there. You know, if you want to go get cloned, hey, let's do it. I'm just kidding. Oh man, no, let me stop because I'm not trying to turn this into a conspiracy theorist channel, but I have been known to question everything. I don't just foolishly follow, you know. So yes, no, for sure. This world needs more like you, definitely. Less opposition. That's the problem. That's why I don't watch the news. I don't know about y'all, but I don't watch the news. I don't have time for it. The back and forth, the red and blue, I don't care. It's just nonsense. It's all there to divide and conquer. That's all it's there for. And to make us negative, to make us think negative thoughts as if life isn't already tough enough. I had a friend, which I was a friend for 10 years, but they forgot me. And still remember first day I met that person. Oh, honestly, I'm going to say they probably didn't forget. Well, yeah, life happens. But I mean, I don't want to say they forgot you. Maybe I don't know, because that's kind of weird for me too. Like I have that happen to me sometimes. I'll be friends with someone and then they just fall off the face of the earth and I never hear from them again. And I'm like, wow. And I feel like we talked about everything, and now they're just gone. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, you'll never know why people have, why they choose to do things in that way. But I do think like when you make an impression on someone, they always find time to remember you. They might not necessarily be able to reach out again because again, people lose phones and contacts and they probably do think about you because I even have friends from long ago that they pop in my head from time to time, and I'm like, man, I hope they're okay. I hope life is treating them well. If I ever see them on the street, I'll remember because I know faces. I'm good with faces, not names, faces, and like I'll never forget. Oh, hold on. Well, if either of you come to England, let me know, and I will put a kettle on. Ooh, yes, some tea, and some cake. Yes, I will take that. I actually do want to start traveling. I got to get me my trusty dusty passport first. There's something about Americans not wanting to have passports. I don't know. It's like a thing. I don't think we ever thought about leaving the country, but with the way things are going, I think we might need to think about it. Well, for me, it is like if I message person or meet, I never forget them, and every time I look into my phone, I remember the face and days when we spent together. Yeah, I'll say I'm kind of like that too. I'm like that a lot. I'm like that as well. Um, my partner says this to me all the time. He says, kind people, we kind of always often get hurt the most because we have such, I don't want, he says it's unrealistic expectations of other people, but what I think it is just we pour into folks so we expect them to do the same for us. And unfortunately, because everyone, as you said earlier, are their own person and we're all different, they don't operate in the same way. So you can do so much for a person and they only give you maybe 30%. And honestly, that just tells me people are people. We can't change people. But as long as we stay true to ourselves, the right people will come along. That's how I see it. My sister lives in England and I never found time to travel. Whereabouts? Okay, found time to lives in England. England, I think doesn't it like rain a lot in England? Like, isn't it kind of like cloudy a lot over there? Or like, I know I've heard like it's kind of chilly, like all year it's kind of like a little chilly. Well, if I remember, it is close to London. Oh, okay, London. That's one of the places I wanted to go. That like one of the places I wanted to travel to was England. Been 8 years since I was there. Hmm. Yeah, I got a couple places on my bucket list. I want to go to. I don't know why, but I want to travel to Germany. I want to go to. I don't know if I'll ever do this, but I want to go to Dubai. I want to go to Japan, and I'm not sure why I want to do, but Turkey. Turkey is another one. It's not just because I like the food. It's actually I watched this home improvement show thing on HGTV, where they sell houses, and Turkey has some very cheap houses for sale. So I was just like, hey, maybe I'll live in Turkey. Can get a 4 or 5 bedroom house for under $100,000. Why not? Can never find that in America, you know. Honestly, but I think I heard Turkey gets earthquakes though, and I'm kind of okay with Florida weather. If I had to pick anywhere when it comes to weather, I would say Florida is where I'll be. Because again, I don't like snow. I ain't trying to deal with the wildfires, California, okay? And I ain't dealing with no earthquakes. Oh, and can't forget about the tornadoes. We get those during hurricanes, but not to the point of, some kind of. Yeah, look, Tornado Alley is shifting, and I'm not good with tornadoes. I don't think anybody can prepare for those. You definitely need a basement for that. In Florida, we don't have basements, so there you go. I like Florida weather. Um, it's bipolar, but hey, we never get tornado or hurricane. Must be nice. Yeah, I can. I mean, I'm not saying that I want to just be like I'm not. Let me reiterate. I don't want storms. I'm not a pro storm person. They ruin lives. But um, to basically put it in perspective, if we had to compare, I think out of all of them, a hurricane is the most tolerable because it depends on like how, like if it's a cat 1 or a cat 2. Like if it's a category 1, you'll be fine. It's just rain and wind. And worse if it decides to, weaken and then it becomes a tropical storm. You're not really going to fly away, or nothing's really going to happen to your house or nothing. But yeah, no. I wish that we didn't have that problem here. Because it can get a little testy and panicky when the Weather Channel's saying, "Hey, it's about to be a category 5. You better escape. Like evacuate now." It's like, okay. What's going to happen to my house? I don't know. I live in the middle of England, up as high as you can get. Sometimes we are in the clouds. It doesn't rain. We just have 20 types of drizzle. 20 types of drizzle. Yeah. Yeah, so you got like the sideways and the downdraft and all of that. That sounds like fun. Always being wet. Not for me either. I've been here long enough that I've developed a waxy skin the locals have, so I'm waterproof. Okay. Could use that. Come to Florida. Go ahead and get on a plane and come to Florida. Yeah, you'll do well here. The air is muggy. So even when it's cold, you still kind of feel gross after you start sweating. It doesn't make sense. You sweat in the cold. It's weird. It's so weird. I only guess the damage tornado does. I believe I learned that tornadoes are rated by how much damage they cause. So even if the winds aren't necessarily at a certain speed, if it caused like a certain amount of damage in a town based on like the millions or so, then that's when they'll say, okay, it was an EF5 or EF4, But like the discussion of our 2018, because where I'm at, I'm actually in Panama City Beach, Florida. Y'all can look that up. It's like I said, it's part of the Panhandle in Florida. And we had a really, really major hurricane back in 2018 called Hurricane Michael. And they said he was only a category 4 in general, in prospect. But everyone else, some people that stayed behind that were in it, and some certain like newscasters and stuff were saying he was a category 5, which all in all, I'm going to say he was a cat 5 because they were clocking 200 mile per hour winds on the city side of the beach. So for me, that's a category 5. I don't care how much they wanted to downgrade it, rated by how much cow displacement. Yeah, right. How many cows did we lose? Oh no. So now everybody has to go vegan. We gotta become vegetarians now because we done lost all the cows. Yeah, man. No. You know what? I had somebody say they wanted to be a storm chaser back in my high school days. And we got into a little thing because she was saying, I like tornadoes because they're more destructive than hurricanes. And I said, listen, Missy, I understand that, but we don't need to act as if hurricanes are not dangerous, okay? I think everyone and their mama has heard of Hurricane Katrina that killed over 1,000 people in New Orleans. So hurricanes can be dangerous too. The difference between a hurricane and a tornado is just that you get more warning with a hurricane. You get more time to prepare and evacuate. Tornadoes are kind of at random. So you'll be driving in the rain, and out of nowhere you look over, hey, look, a funnel cloud. Like, oh yeah, like that's cool. Now what am I supposed to do? Where do I go? I would like to someday went to America to see myself how actually there is besides hearing from people. Yeah, that's the same way I am with like going overseas. Like I see it on TV, but I'm like I kind of want to go there. Like I heard that Paris is not as clean, as like the murals and stuff that they show. I heard that they said that there's trash all over France or Paris or whatever, but I don't know. I kind of just want to see it. If there is, hey, I'll be happy. Happy Paris trash. I mean, I just want to experience something different. I think when it comes to the US, you see one US town, you see them all. They might have some different restaurants and whatever, but I think America is just cut from the same cloth in my eyes. There's not I don't think there's much variety out here. Like I want to go to other countries that have different types of food and like just a different type of culture. Paris is grubby. And I just love how they always make Paris like the romantic capital of the world. All the honeymooners want to go there, and it's like, so we gonna have a honeymoon in garbage. Yeah, not a great start to our guys. Look at Peak District. Oh no, I'm afraid. I'm good. I'm good. Oh no. Yeah. See, I think personally, everyone should just maybe. I mean, maybe they leave it up to us so we can decide for ourselves. But I feel like personally, everyone should be given a passport at birth. Just cause. Why not? I mean, a bird travels the world. So, as far as like birds flying south for the winter and stuff like that. Like we are like free. We can be free like birds. We can just be free. Let me just go to another country when I feel like it. Instead of paying money for a piece of paper to let me do that. Because honestly, why would we expect a person to stay put their entire life? I mean, we have a life expectancy of at least 80 years old. I mean, it might be less now because I know people are kind of, croaking a little younger than that. But I mean, the average person, if they eat well and take care of themselves, they could live to be almost 100 years old. So imagine living your whole life in the same country. I don't think so. I do feel like some people want to see more, It's lovely. Jane Austen country. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, a passport's not expensive necessarily, but I'm kind of in a lot of debt, and I just don't really have it to just go like putting towards certain things. Every dollar counts right now. Every dollar counts. So I'm really not in the position to do anything extra anyway, whether I got a passport or not. I can't travel right now. So it really is kind of like, when I know for sure, I will get one. But right now, I'm trying to kill this debt that I have, get my own place. Got a lot of other goals in mind. So, but one day, yeah, I mean, honestly, Vienna, England, here I come. Let me go ahead and get some fish and chips. Hey, hey, let's do it. Plenty of planning time. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Plenty. Definitely. That's what I need. After I get my own place, then I can start thinking about that. Because then I also have to get passports for my kids, So it'll be 3 of us traveling the world and all that. And I those little Tasmanian devils, yeah, putting them on an airplane. Oh, okay. So here's the thing. I'm not trying to get sued by the airline. Yeah, my kids just, golly, they're like little gremlins. Stand up and throw it around in a circle. What in the world is that? Red tsunami. We don't throw circles around here. We throw squares, just so you know. Yeah. What I would like to do is either travel to countries where my friends live or show them my country. Yeah, that'd be cool. You make the excellent fish and chips. Okay, well, I'll have to put you to the test, honey. I have to put you to the test because I love food. Like I said, I'm at the Golden Corral. Oh, dang. You can't see it. There it is. Hey. I am not sponsored. Maybe I should be though. I love this place. This is my second time. Listen, I haven't eaten at the Golden Corral in years, and then me and my partner came like back and think like during Christmas time or something. I was eating it up, 3 plates down, baby. I could probably eat more than that, but I don't want them to get mad. I don't know if you can get kicked out of a buffet, but I'm sure if I ate enough, yeah. Because I feel like that's happened before. I feel like somebody ate so much that they was like, okay, you're done. You're done. So they closed the Golden Corral down here in Florida because of the cockroaches. Oh, we got a fish dude. Yeah. So, honestly, Florida is kind of trash. Because real talk, we got all kinds of insects. You be looking at them, you don't even know what that is. Like, you just be like, what is that on my wall? Like, we got everything. So I'm not shocked. I think most of our restaurants are like a code away from being shut down, unfortunately. But hey, more protein. Yeah, more protein. You look like a broke down Erica Badu, the rap version. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Kelly bosses. Who are you bossing though? I'm sure you probably get bossed around more than you even know. Anyway, anyhow, moving on. So yeah, no, Florida is just honestly, people can't drive. The food is mid. Like I said, I'm not big on seafood, so I really don't even rock with seafood like that. But I like my places. I like where I am. Um, it's just I do, like I said, like I was saying earlier. I keep hearing that Floridians love gators. Yeah, they love to eat them. Yeah, we call them down here. We call them swamp puppies. That came back was so ass. Yeah, that's because I'm not mean. I don't do stuff like that. Sorry that my comeback wasn't good enough for you. I don't do that kind of stuff. Like I don't have time for it. Sorry, I'm on positive energy, so I'm not really worried about your comment, bro. But anyway, yeah, we call gators swamp puppies. We call them swamp puppies. Which I mean, I wouldn't have one, but I know I've looked it up, and Florida actually allows you to have a lot of exotic pets. So we don't eat gators, we eat boiled peanuts. Yeah, they do eat a lot of peanuts here, but I guess you've never been to Fuddpuckers. So let's see what the problem is. Like, I don't know, this person, I'm not really sure who this person is, but, uh, that's what I'm saying. Thank you. It's like Kelly bosses is like, you come in and trying to ruin our vibe. We're just vibing. There's no point in the negativity, bro. We're just trying to have a good time. But anyway, yeah, no, Florida honestly has a lot of things going on. Florida got some dumb people too. You're not, listen, Florida, yes. Yeah, as far as the driving is concerned, definitely. 100%. 100%. Florida really is something else. I'm not sure how some of these people got their licenses because I've seen some really, really, really bad accidents out here. Some very avoidable. I don't get it. We are having a lovely time. Oh, thank you, Vienna. I appreciate it. No, really, no. Florida is bad. Like, we are actually talked about a lot about because of our driving, and that right there. I mean, I love to drive. Like I said, I love to drive, but like fuck out that I'm the Reaper. There is no. You want to be a Reaper? Okay, well, that's good for you. But yeah, no, Florida drivers are dangerous. Florida drivers really are dangerous. Also we have also had some extremist drivers. Yeah, no, honestly, we're lucky to not have those kind of people. I mean, we got road ragers, but we ain't got nobody like trying to run down 1 billion people that, standing on the side of the road or nothing. Then again, I shouldn't say that because folks get hit out here jaywalking all the time. So either people are just blind or they just playing the game real talk. Like, I don't know, but honestly, it's stressful. I don't even really stress like that while I'm driving, but sometimes I have to wonder because you really got to pray before you go anywhere. You just never know. Like, you get cut off in a minute. Somebody just cut into your lane or something. These folks really have no situational awareness when they're out here driving. Loving to see driven bash into bench and just drive like nothing happened. Yeah, I mean, you can, and I love when I see people's vehicles and like the damage that they have, and I'm just kind of wondering like, how did that happen? I'm really wondering. I don't know. Because so far I've lived in 2 different towns. I've lived in 2 different places
where accidents are just frequent. Like I lived in Clearwater for a little bit, and Highway 19 has a really bad rep when it comes to drivers as well. They're always having accidents down there. And if you know anything about the Clearwater area, they've been doing construction there for the longest. And right now, we're actually having a lot of construction on our roads here too in PCB. And I think that's what's causing a lot of problems too, because the speed limit. I believe I always say this: slow drivers are more dangerous than fast drivers, and I'm only gonna say that because if everybody's going to speed limit, and you got that one person that's not. All it takes is for that one person that's not going to speed limit to slam on their brakes. Now you got a collision. Like this is just that's why Florida has beautiful women though. It does because Florida has variety. There's a lot of different people here, different cultures. You know, now does that mean the racism ain't there? No, like it's extremely racist here, but you know, still, you can find a little bit of Chinese, a little Vietnamese, a little bit of German, some English. I met some English people from England not too long ago. Strong accents and everything. You can meet a lot. I've seen some videos where police attend a car crash. They don't do first aid. Is that true? I'm not sure. I do know like a lot of times like we'll have obviously the ambulance and the fire trucks. They'll follow and they'll go ahead and be there on scene whenever there's an accident. So I'm not sure if the cops do first aid. I'm sure at that point once the ambulance arrives, they just get out of the way. But here where I'm at currently, anytime there's anything, you'll have at least 5, 6, or 7 cops there. Like they're so bored, they really ain't got nothing to do in this town because it's not. We don't have a lot of crime in this area. It's not a lot. We have some cold cases of murders that's happened back in like the 90s and the early 2000s, but we don't really have crime here. You know, it's only during like spring break and summertime when the schools are out that we'll have like some kind of like shootings. Like last year, we had 7 shootings in our area during spring break. Um, it was a mess. It was a mess. Summertime wasn't any better either. Like I don't know, the people just got gun happy this year or last year rather. So, but other than that, I mean, really, maybe they do. I wouldn't know. We have a road that been reappearing for 5 years, still did not finish to this day. Yeah, that's another thing that pisses me off. Sorry to say that, but they do construction, and then it's like it takes forever for them to figure it out. And they don't know, but the construction is what's confusing people, and especially because here we get tourists who aren't from this area, and they don't know where they're going. And then now you done cut off half of our lanes and made it hard to get to places, but they want to get somewhere, and now they're causing accidents. It's and they're saying that our construction may not finish for the next 2 or 3 years, so we're gonna be stuck like this for a while. Sorry for my English. I'm not native English, so I may do mistakes. You're fine. You're totally fine. You're fine, Galabino. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I understand you just fine. You were doing good. Yeah, yeah. You're totally fine. Yeah, man. Like, I think personally, what needs to, you know what? I'm gonna turn this light out. Figure out. Maybe I'm gonna use my phone light. Hold on. I do not want to burn my battery out. It's cold too. You know, cars start to have problems in the cold. Oh, shoot, I can't do that. Kelly, I don't understand, but you are fine. Uh-huh. Let me see. Go ahead and get me some light some other kind of way. Oh, there we go. There we go. So anyway. Yeah. So this place is honestly, guys, like if y'all can though. I mean, Florida is like I said, is a big tourist destination. Our beaches are some of the best. PCB, Florida, like I said, that's where I'm at. So if you want to look it up, we got all kinds of different things for people to do. We got arcades and we got amusement parks and stuff like that. So, you know, if you want to come down, check it out. You know, it's pretty cool. I mean, of course, you know, y'all probably know about Orlando, Florida. You know, with Disney World down there and all that stuff. But I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Right now, like I said, it's cold though. It's freezing out here. Absolutely freezing. America has a lot of great things. It does. It does, and I just wish the corporations would stop ruining it. You know, we do have a lot of great things to see. It's just too freaking expensive for the average person to go see them. You know, I want to travel, like really, I do. I want to go to other parts of America and all that. It's just expensive. Oh, geez, midnight. I'm gonna have to go to sleep before I turn into a pumpkin. All right, Vanna. Well, have a good night. I hope you rest well. And if I do another live, of course, hop on whenever. I don't know. I might give an update maybe about when I'll do another live. I don't know. And actually, funny enough, I'll probably get off of here soon anyway. But anyway, I do hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining me. And of course, I'll be making some videos in the future. So keep a lookout. Be on the lookout for that. Have a good night. I really enjoyed this chat. Love and hugs to all. Oh, love and hugs to you too. It's been fun. Take care. For me, it's 2 at night, but I'm not sleepy. Oh my gosh, it's 2 in the morning? What in the world? Dang. Well, yeah, I'm probably going to be hopping off of here soon, so, you know, it's no biggie. But, because it done, if you notice, I have to put a light on now. It's dark out here. I've been sitting here since the sun was going down. So, because right now it's actually 6 o'clock for me. So, you know, it's time is moving, but. Your stream started at 1 at night. Oh, wow. Late night streamer. Okay. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this light just got me looking luminescent. Hold on. Let me see if I can put this. It's like, oh, wow. Wow. Hey. Yeah, no. Honestly, Galabino, I appreciate you though. Real talk. Like, I'm so glad I got to have a little bit of time to talk with you, get to know you. You know, one of the most loyal followers I have. You know, I was like I said, I was reading some of your comments before, and I was like, man, you know, you really had my back. I mean, if I want to watch American Stream, I cannot sleep at night. Yeah, yeah, true. Dang. And it's funny because I watch other people's streams too, and I'll look and see that it's daytime for them, and I'm like, dang, and I'm about to go to bed. It's so weird, but it's like otherworldly kind of. But you know, it's cool though. We all just kind of doing our thing. Maybe eventually I'll figure out like a niche that I'll have to, you know, for this channel. Like I said, I'm still kind of in the thought process of it, but I'll figure it out. I'm sure. And then that way you'll have something to watch. It won't always be streams, you know. Well, so sudden, but glad I had a chance to talk. Yes. It was good talking to you as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here before I run out all my gas, because I do have to get back to work. But thank you so much for joining the stream. I appreciate you, and I do hope to be able to have a chance to do this again. You know, that you actually have time. I don't know what your work schedule looks like and everything, but maybe you'll pop on when I'm on. So anyway, take care. Be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I will chat with y'all later. Well, one thing left to say is sleep well and good night. Yes, same to you. Sleep well and good night. Alrighty. I am going to end this. I don't really even know how. Take care. See you later.